Oh, you missed it. Please, no way. You guys missed Mike's game time. It was fantastic. Oh, so good.
What happened. Yep, that's what happened.
Yeah, yeah, they're
All
still
right,
not
you
hearing money.
guys missed one of the greatest intros to the stream. So I went like this. I went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game time. And that's how we started it. We live, bitches.
Yep,
Uh,
hell yeah. Let's
that
do
is
this.
what I did. I was super amped up, and you all missed that part, so I had to redo it for you. How we doing, peeps? What is up? I'm freaking pumped. Got some rest. We're back at it. Oh, we can talk about the Kumu Dragons dropping ball as well. We'll talk about that as well. We got some
Mhm.
updates. Let's do a little review here. We got some updates coming at you. We're just gonna vibe out a little bit, see how everybody's holiday weekend was. If you were in the States, if not, how shitty NFTs are treating you and the rest of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a fun little Coinbase market update. We'll kind of go through a couple bullet points we thought were really interesting.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
then per our degen slash, well, I wouldn't say degen, per our midlife crisis analyst, we will talk about a project or two. And towards the end, we given away a free Antebellum land, courtesy of our boy over at Antebellum. Sharif is the man. And we appreciate him. It was an awesome conversation. If you have not heard of Antebellum or you missed the conversation, I will be uploading that on YouTube in the next day or two because that was the one where I think it just had an error on YouTube sign, so it didn't upload to YouTube. It is still on Twitch currently, but I've already downloaded it to make sure it's uploaded and archived to YouTube. But yeah,
Good.
great project. Excited for that. Dude sold out a 10,000 item mint in the middle of this shitstorm of a market, which is
For
pretty
sure.
impressive. But
Yeah. No, I mean, for sure.
enough of me talking. How you doing, Maddie? Damn, it's always good to see you. Are looking.
Dude,
Can I just say
I'm
you are looking sexy today? Hmm.
I think the secret is the 50-50 chance I'm gonna wear a black t-shirt, so maybe it's that. I don't know. I don't now I did watch Star Wars Obi-Wan, both episodes.
Ooh,
Pretty excited about it, I'm just gonna say. And at this point, I'm kinda at if I watch anything made by Disney, if it just doesn't break my heart, it's a win.
yeah.
And not only did it not do that, it was entertaining. I
I
thought it
heard
was
it was
really
good.
great. Awesome seeing Ian McGregor back in the role as Obi-Wan. I think they're already connecting some dots. It was very interesting, some of the things they brought in. I don't want to spoil it, but if you like Star Wars, you will enjoy Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. So that was really cool. And I'm going to tell you about movies and shows. Stranger Things season 4 came out. Found out it's
Oh,
only part 1 of season 4,
those
and it is,
bastards.
dude, it's so good though. It's juicy.
So
Juicy.
is it worth watching season 2 and 3 in the beginning
Yes.
of 4?
I I
Son of
re
a
I binge
bitch.
watched them. So, when I say binge watched, I had them on in the background while I was doing work and rewatched season 1, 2, and 3 over, like, the course of, I don't know, a month or something like that, and got enough of the recap, but then honestly, it's Netflix, man. They do a great job when you start season 4 of doing a
Right.
recap of everything that's really kinda pertinent, but
Yeah.
it's still
Thank you
fun
for
watching.
doing that, by the way, Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe watching just season 3 because there's a lot from season 3 that matter. Um, but I'm really excited just because it kind of goes back to one of the things about Stranger Things that made it cool was that it's kind of like a horror genre, right? It's got some sci-fi elements and fantasy elements,
Right.
but it's supposed to be scary, right? And the first season, if you think about it, was kind of dark. I mean, a lot of kids
Yeah.
were like freaking out watching it, right? And then it got a little more lighthearted. Oh, dude, season 4, right back into that dark kind of horror
Yeah.
genre. It's
I'm not gonna lie. The first
it's
season of
good.
Stranger Things is some of the better TV I've ever watched. I really liked it.
It was fantastic. Then you're gonna love season 4. That's what I would say. If somebody loved season 1 of Stranger Things, they're gonna love season 4 of Stranger Things.
Hell yeah.
So that's what I have to say.
On the lighter side, I watched a documentary series on Hulu about Girl Scouts getting murdered in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's light. That's real light. Yeah.
I don't know why, man, but I am a sucker for the true crime situation. And this whole case is fascinating. Like horrific things happened in the 70s. Obviously a bunch of corruption on the like local sheriff level. Uh
Oh,
and then
gee.
now they still have like all of these items and DNA testing is now like super good, right? So they're going to like uncrack everything and the current sheriff like grew up and like this was like super impactful to him like lived in the same town where this happened his whole life, right? And now he's probably like in his I don't know, late 30s, early 40s, and now he's the sheriff of the town, and he's like, "We're cracking this
Ooh,
bitch back open,
he's like,
and we are
not on my
DNA
watch.
testing this shit."
Not on my
Oh,
watch.
yeah, he's like, "Not on my watch, I'm gonna
Like it.
figure this shit
I
out," and
like
there's
it.
a whole,
Like it.
like oh, it was fascinating, so I downloaded that and watched that on the plane on the way back, and then another super uplifting movie, and listen, man, I don't know what I'm gonna just tell you my opinions of it, but, uh, good old Ray told me to watch this because it was just he thought it was a good movie, and I heard
Uh-huh.
nothing but doo-doo reviews about it. The
Give it to me.
Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
Bro, watch that on the plane over, and I remember when it came out, I was going through some things, and it was probably not the greatest movie for me to watch at the
Probably
time.
not what you needed.
I
I would
watched
agree.
it, loved it, bro. Thought it was fantastic.
It's a great movie.
I
First of
thought
all,
it
you just
was
acknowledged
such a good movie, and the way that it was shot, and
and
he did
dude, Joaquin
such a good
Phoenix,
job.
is he not an amazing actor? I
He's
mean,
just
come
an
on.
amazing actor.
Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. Also, I'm just going to revisit the Stranger Things things just to respond to some chats. Star, yes, it's out. It's only part 1. Where is my chainsaw? First of all, one of the better names I've seen on Twitch in a long time. Second of all, if your name is going to be Where's My Chainsaw and you've only seen season 1 of Stranger Things, you're finished. And then let's see here. Of course, Ray's seen season 4 already. Dude, how good was that plot twist? Just saying. I'm not gonna say anything else. I don't want to spoil anything. But dude, season 4 came punching. I'm telling you, episode 1 of season 4 is like, what the F? And then by the time they take you through that journey, that last episode, mind blown. Mind blown.
I love it.
Also, Chainsaw wants to know what the name of the Girl Scout murder
Oh,
documentary is.
I already linked that bitch in there.
Okay, good. It's in there. It's in there. And Chainsaw, it's there. I'm just maybe Chainsaw's like, "Who are they on to me? Who knows?" But
Yeah, I don't dude, where's my chainsaw? Obviously is a lover of true crime. But let's go back to the
love it.
Joker, man. Like
Or
real
or like just a legit logger. But
real
by
quick.
the way, Asher chiming in saying Obi-Wan greater than Stranger Things. Look, I liked Obi-Wan, but Stranger Things with 4 seasons just has more of a track record of being established. Let's get honest, Disney could totally botch Obi-Wan, just give him a couple more episodes. So we'll see. We'll see. I hope they don't, but we'll see.
That's
What were you
true.
saying, Mike?
I just don't want to breeze past the Joker because I think it's
Ooh,
probably one of the more underrated films that's come out in the last handful of years. Because I don't remember it getting. I think he actually got voted or nominated for an Oscar, maybe. Um, Maybe not, but I just feel like it didn't get a lot of love, and I think those darker, more artsy movies don't usually,
yeah.
especially when it's in a superhero genre, right? They just want to be entertained. But A, amazing acting job. B, cinematography. Like, dude, they did, in my mind, such a great job just making you feel how miserable that dude's life was and like
Mhm.
his existence, right? Like I felt that. And I think
Yeah.
it's one thing to be able to visualize something, which is just an art in itself, right? For you to manifest this fantasy world or different world and to visualize that in a cool way. But when then you feel it, like that's next level shit to me. And that's how I felt. And I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. No, well said. It's a great movie. I think you're right. First of all, it was an uphill battle immediately, right? The problem with Joker is, you know, Heath Ledger just broke the whole thing with it all when it came to people were not prepared for him to be as good of a Joker as he was. And then ever since then, every Joker that's come out has been under just tremendous scrutiny.
Hmm.
But I think I agree with you. I think Joaquin did an amazing job, and I think it was shot well, and I think it was a fantastic origin story. So
Are they
yeah,
going to do a follow up to that?
who knows?
I hope they
I
do.
don't know. I don't think anything is planned. I think the big news of a movie that just got announced that is coming back out is we're going to get a second Avatar. Um,
You know what I think about that?
well, it's a big deal because they said they was coming and then it kind of went away for a while and everybody
Right.
thought kind of COVID destroyed it, but then it actually came back. And actually, that's thanks to Asher. Film studios in New Zealand were able to get everything locked down to a point where they could meet the standards they needed, so they could keep everybody safe on set and finish out that film. And of course, it is James Cameron. And here's the thing, Mike. Say what you want about the movie, but at least appreciate what James Cameron does. When James Cameron makes a movie, he changes the rules every single time. Right? What he did all the
Oh,
way back, I mean, look what he did with The Abyss when it came to
right,
water.
right.
You know what I mean? Look what he did with Terminator 2. When T-1000 walked through those prison bars, everybody's mind was blown. They were not prepared for that because special effects had never done that before, right?
Right.
And he continues to do that, and he is not afraid to say the tech's not there. I'll wait 10 years and then I'll make the movie. Doesn't matter how much pressure there is. And so he wants to do it. He wants to do it right, and I appreciate people who are that committed.
All right, listen.
So for
I
that
I
reason,
agree with you.
I'll support it. I'll support it. But yeah, it's not like it's some original story, or anything like that.
And I think maybe that's where the last time we talked about Avatar and I shat all over it. Listen, from a guy that has literally been in Hollywood on backlot films and shot stuff, what he did from a technical perspective is unbelievable. And you go through this dude's resume, it's insane, right?
Yeah,
Um what my disappointment was I to me the story was blah. But what they did was amazing. And by the way, I just like as we were talking, went to his IMDb page.
is it not ridiculous?
It's insane. But it also says that they're filming Avatar 4 and 5 and
Yeah,
3 is in post production.
yeah. So it's all being filmed. I think it's kind of like Lord of the Rings ish, which must be a New Zealand
Oh.
thing. Must be a New Zealand thing. But they're filming it like all at once to get all the content in, and then they'll break it down. And I'm sure they're gonna have to edit certain scenes and whatnot. But yeah, they're doing the bulk filming all at once. At
Dude,
least that's the plan.
this guy's this guy's
Is it not
filmography
ridiculous?
list is freaking
Yeah.
absurd.
Just list off some highlights. I mean, it's
Here's
ridiculous.
some highlights. Terminator, all of the good Terminators, none of the shitty ones.
Yep.
Aliens, The Abyss, The Titanic, freaking True Lies, unbelievable.
Yeah.
What else do we got? Strange Days. I don't remember that one. I mean, mainly Avatar, Terminator, Alien, The
Abyss.
Abyss, and I think True Lies, amazing movie. Did you
Oh,
remember
dude,
watching True Lies
hysterical.
growing up?
Great. Arnold, both Arnolds.
And I'll tell
Arnold
you
first
what,
name,
Jamie
Arnold
Lee
last name.
Curtis in that scene, real nice.
I mean, what boy wasn't affected by that?
I was super excited when I saw her.
Woo! That was real nice. We are going to talk about crypto and NFTs, folks. I promise. We just went down a rabbit hole, and it's a good one. We
Car
love.
Donut, thank you for the sub, buddy. Ah, damn it. We love you, Car Donut. Real quick, some comments here. Have you
Dude,
seen Midnight Mass or Archive 81? Don't know what they are. Stargirl says Jared Leto was hot AF when he played Joker. I agree with you.
well, I
Uh,
mean, I'm trying to find someone with two X chromosomes who doesn't think Jared Leto just in general
wait,
is
wait, wait,
attractive.
wait, 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 wait. Hold on. I actually am going to argue Star on this one. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to argue her on this one.
But we are going to talk about Asher's comment here too. We're going to get to
What?
that because I'm loving that. But keep going about Jared Leto.
Uh, I'm gonna just try to find this quick.
Okay. Well, while you're looking for that, Asher, when he wanted to be an actor, wanted to be in the next Avatar so badly, he was learning how to speak Na'vi to increase his odds of being cast. That's dedication, bro. Fun fact, they actually hired a whole team of linguists to create the Na'vi language. It is a legit language. Just saying. Fun fact. The other thing you should like about James Cameron, Mike, is do you know that a lot of technology, even though you don't like the movie Avatar, a lot of the tech that they use that Avatar created is now being used in what industry? Predominantly video games and some
Oh,
of the
hell yeah.
motion capture and specifically facial capture. And the reason that the video games, like the expressions with real actors now, are so good, that's all the tech that Avatar brought to the table. So you may not like the movie, but you sure like the I guess the
Ag-
long term benefits
Again,
that it,
bro.
you know,
It's
faster.
listen, I'm gonna have to revisit it. I didn't think it was awful for what he did. It was Marvel from a tech perspective. Uh, but
I
just
know.
didn't really feel it. I mean,
Yeah, look, I think there's a lot of there's it's like two sides, man. There's people who like Avatar and people who don't, man. There's it's like people really liked it. I have to admit, so it was the top grossing movie of all time until what movie? Go, Mike.
100% Marvel movie.
Okay, which one? Ray,
Endgame.
do you know?
Endgame.
You nailed it. Good guess. Endgame was what finally took Avatar out of the top spot.
That makes sense to me. I mean, you want
So,
to talk about a movie empire, man. I
yeah.
will. And I don't know if I ever talked about this. Or I might have talked about it, but dude, it was one of the cooler things. I got to
Ray, I
um,
saw you got it. You got credit.
read the actual like approved script for hey, what's up, buddy? Sorry, I knew this was gonna happen. My dog just came home. He's so excited. What's up, buddy? What's up? My dog just came home from AZ. Super excited. Um, I lost my train of thought. I was just so excited to see him. I actually wanted to warn you. I was like, dude, at some point my dog is gonna bust through this door, and there's gonna be a
Fair
moment, and it just happened.
You need to have it. Yeah, that's
Um,
important. Important.
what were we talking about before I lost my train of thought?
Endgame beating Avatar,
Mm,
and then I think you were saying giving Avatar a second chance.
No, it's lost.
I
Alcohol.
got it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
Alcohol. Okay.
Fucking
No worries.
alcohol, man.
Well,
Alcohol will
hey,
kill you every
it's
time.
okay. Maybe that's our cue to maybe make a transition towards something crypto. But dude, side stream, we can talk movies, video games, and entertainment all day long. That's what it was. You were talking about getting a behind the scenes look. You got some behind the scenes. You got to see something, and it
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I did my LA Hollywood stuff, um, we were a big sponsors of Guardian of the Galaxy 2, and I got to go to Marvel's office and read the approved script for the movie before it was shot because we needed to see it to make sure it was aligned with our brand before we like signed on to this multi-million-dollar deal, and then we shot a Gecko commercial with Groot and all this stuff, right?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, and that was just a really cool experience. But
I
the
can
thing that I was
imagine.
going to bring up too on that is when they came in to pitch the idea, like, dude, everyone in the room had to sign an NDA because they gave us a presentation. And now this was Guardian of the Galaxy 2 hadn't even come out, right?
Yeah,
And they have like when they pitch to brands like, hey, we're gonna bring you into this Marvel ecosystem, they had the 25-year plan. And like it was already mapped out, right? Like
yeah,
they knew this shit a long time ago. And it was unbelievable, like how they just had it all webbed together. It was all thought out. And that's why, like, after Endgame, it's, I think they kind of like just stopped. So,
well,
I mean,
I
they're
mean, they
still
did
doing it, but
basically
not,
different days, but yeah,
yeah, it's a different phase.
Favreau stepped away, And look, like Asher's saying, Endgame being Avatar is what's wrong with the world. But here's the thing, man. Endgame was like what, 15, 20 years in the making. I mean, at the end of the day, I can't be mad that Endgame trumped it because there were so many stories that pulled people into that ecosystem. What I think still stands strong is that a complete standalone movie with no prequels, no background, no nothing like that, Avatar, to be in that spot for so long is pretty impressive. And that should, kind of go how well that movie at least performed, right? By the way, budget for Avatar 2, $1 billion. And so they're
Yeah,
gonna need to make some money on this one. That's part of the reason it was delayed because they're like, we are not fighting with this while people are at home. We want people to come see this movie.
absolutely. Absolutely. All
Anyway,
right, on
we're gonna
the
stay on movies
crypto.
all night. I know it. We'll
Crypto
move it
NFT.
forward.
So one,
Yeah,
like I said, towards the end, we don't have a whole ton to talk about because there's just not a lot going on other than, I mean, Ash, if you want to chime in on any DGen plays that you're loving, but I mean, the market as a whole is just not so hot right now. But there was a couple things, and I think we wanted to talk about one, the whole Goblin situation. And I have my
right.
opinions as to why they were so successful. And we can look at obviously the whales that are buying in and all of the like financial side of things, but I have an opinion on just the content and the strategy.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
I don't know what
Yep.
you think about this Audi thing. Someone hit me up and said that this could
Judy
be a
wants to talk about it.
medium long term hold. I mean, it was where was it? So it's sponsored by Audi, and I think it almost got to like point 0.2. Now it's down below point 0.1. I don't know if anybody has an opinion about this. I haven't paid much attention to it. Anybody buy one of these Unseen Universe NFTs? And if so, do you think it's a long term hold? I feel like point 0.1 is still sneaky nugget. Dude, I'm
Uh,
so excited. Hey, Sneaky, I
what
sent
up?
you a DM, bruh. Sorry about that. I went on vacation, so I forgot to give you a heads up that I was going on vacation. But hit me up, buddy. Um, Goblins and Moonbirds AI have been my biggest so far. Yeah, the Moonbirds AI thing is just ridiculous too, but it is what it is. Anybody here on the Unseen Universe? Any thoughts? I've got no thoughts other than I've seen a couple places that it could be a medium to long term hold. Other than that, I got nothing.
Okay. What do
Didn't
you think
know if
about
any
Deep wants to talk about Akuma? What are your thoughts on that, Mike?
Hakuma. Well, this and Ash will be able to chime in too because he's Baroku extraordinaire. He's been in that Discord for a long time now. They had a little hiccup. Let's read from their official announcement. Their official announcement said, so someone exploited the contract. As of now, the portion of supply that is affected is slightly below 5% of the total.
Hmm.
There was a potential loophole in the mint setup, and currently they looked into it, got a ton of feedback from the community. And then the updates next steps at 5 were 5% of the total supply were part of the exploit. The team will give up our team supply to allow as many listed participants to able to mint. Akuma collection will stay in current contract. They're going to relaunch within the next 48 hours. Listen, whether it was their fault or not, these guys have tons of money. You got to be as
Listen,
buttoned up as possible.
here's all I need to know. Akuma Matata. That's all
I
I need
mean,
to know.
it means no
Uh,
worries. I'd be worried. I'd be worried. Hakuna Matata.
Right? You're welcome.
Oh man, Hakuna
Kuma. Ah,
Matata.
Kuma
No.
Matata.
But for sure, like, listen, in this market, if you even have the slightest hiccup, it ain't easy. You're already in a hole, and now you're in a bigger hole because of some fun. That being said, I mean, it's one of the strongest brands in the space, so
There you go.
they're acting quick. They're trying to rectify it, but I think, and Ash and I were talking about this earlier today. What is the strategy for Akumu? Sell pre-reveal for as high as possible. And guess what? Anytime you get a hyped mint, you should be thinking about doing it, especially in this market. If I rewind time, guess what I would have done? I would have sold my Phantom for 4.5 ETH. And now I would have how many? If I wanted to buy back in? How many
Or
would
you
I
could just
have
have
right now?
one and you would have the profit. I mean,
I would
that's really
have
the
4.5 ETH, and I could buy almost 5 of those sons of bitches right now. So like I would have made 4.5 ETH. I would have bought back in. I would have still had 3.5 ETH, man. So even that, like, right? Like you'd think, listen, I think the best way to think about this is you're already hitting a 1 in 100,000 if you were to able to mint a moonbird and think, okay, I'm gonna make a couple ETH. Like what happened to moonbirds doesn't happen all the time. What I'm trying to say
right.
is even the hyped mints, make your bag pre-art reveal, then buy back in because the chances of it turning into an Azuki or a moonbird are very, very, very slim. So make your money. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Make your money.
But we
Uh,
also recognize it's difficult and we struggle with it too, right? I mean, it's your brain will try to justify things, but it is what it is. You just gotta
hey, we
you
bought
gotta
back
roll
we
and
bought
believe.
back in on this son of a bitch, and
Yeah,
look at us now.
yep,
I will
absolutely.
say though, this is the other
Uh,
thing. Anybody that got a Phantom, of course, right when I go on vacation, I freaking see. So they're starting to do white box for Phantom holders, play off a black box and Nano Pass, but they're
yeah.
getting like they had BF Party wait pre-sale list, and I'm like, son of a bitch, you're gonna announce that when I'm gone. It's like,
Well, it is
you
what it
gotta be.
is.
Look at this
But
shit, man.
hey,
Running
man,
tonight, May
you
27th.
just hope that it turns around. You hope it turns around and that the project, digs out, maybe pulls out of the dive, and then that's good for all of us, right?
Yeah.
So that's all you can do.
Well, so I would if you have a Phantom, obviously follow PXN White Box. Looks like they're going to be starting to do some high-end giveaways. It seems like maybe a little bit better than the black box. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good news.
Um
Good news.
what else? What else? Let's go to
Oh man.
goblins.
Okay, let's do it.
So this little known and
So far in chat, the consensus is everybody is loving the marketing. They love what Goblins is about and how they're doing it. I
that's
mean,
my point.
it's tough not to like, right? I mean, it's funny, it's trending, it's got hype behind it, there's excitement behind it, there's big names buying into it, there's big names holding it. It's all the things you want to see, except for at the end of the day, it's completely based on hype, right? So it is a very elaborate game of musical chairs, and just make sure that you're not stuck when the music ends.
Right. Yeah, and this is and this brings up a healthy debate, right? These sons of bitches are at what? 4.5 ETH? 4.6 ETH. It's even gone up 0.1 since the last time I looked at it, right? So we're at their website. Website fire. Marketing fire. Copywriting fire. even personifying the goblins in their AMA spaces, fire. Like all of what they did. This is content marketing 101, which they've done. Which, by the way, it's amazing to me that no one has thought, oh shit, during a shitty time, let's do a free mint and just come out with awesome, intriguing art that has an interesting story. And it's not even really a story, it's just a persona almost,
I mean,
right?
and I don't even think you would have needed to do that during a bear market, right?
Well, that's what I'm
I
saying.
honestly think the strategy would have worked at any time. I just think
100%.
because people are so thirsty right now, it's like it just compounded.
Right. But here is the issue. And now whether or not the people behind this, and so I don't know. Does anybody know, are there actual like legit business people backing this? I don't know who the founders are. Do we know
I
who
don't
do we
I
know
don't
who the
know. I'm
founders
sure.
are?
Yeah, let's see what chat says, but I would say I'm not even sure it matters. I think the way, if it were me, you play goblins the way Oz in Wizard of Oz played it, right? Which is if you just keep the curtain up and never let anybody see that what you actually are, then the mystery, let people just hype it up as like, let the rumor mill do what it does, right? And that'll always play out better. I think the second they actually expose
Right.
like one flaw and this whole thing will deflate.
No,
This will be straight up
absolutely. And I think, and I think Star said, I think they're anon, which makes sense to me. That's,
yeah.
listen, if you're going to have nothing, no utility, no nothing, you're make 1,000 of something that's interesting, and you're going to put just a cool brand attached to it that makes it intriguing. Genius on your part, because ultimately, at the end of the day, somebody is going to be holding the bag, in my opinion, because I just don't. Maybe they turn this into a legit company, but think about the thousands of NFTs that have come before, and how many of those have actually done something with the money they've made from their initial mint. Not many. So, you know, and there's speculation that they can be Azuki price, they could be Bored Ape price, but dude, that happens on everything. And if I had, here's the question: if you had, and I want to know communities, if you had 4.5 ETH or whatever the hell it is, but 4.6 ETH, would you buy into this project right now? Me?
Yeah.
No.
Not a chance. And here's why. I'm not saying, so I agree with Asher. I think that it could keep going, and I think it probably will keep going. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to have to sit there and stare at that entire project knowing that the second something bad happens, it's not even going to be Titanic level. It's going to be straight up boom, sunk. Like, it will be a complete, you know, get off the ship, everybody's going to bail. And if you miss that by 12 hours, then you're stuck holding a bag.
toast.
And I
Now,
just don't want that pressure. I don't want that pressure.
right.
See, Asher's much better at that. You know what I'm saying? So like he could make a play there, right? But I would not be
Yeah,
suited for that.
Asher's the
type of play.
DJ and motherfucking god. I mean, for 100%. Like this is an Ash project. This is not a Mike and Maddie project.
Well said. Well said.
I just got time to spend on different things. But I mean, dude, congrats to anybody that minted that bitch for free. And I even think our one and only Boagrius minted one, and he sold it at like 0.1. And he hates himself for it. But yeah, man, I mean, it happens, and woulda, shoulda, coulda type of thing. But this goes back to my point, though, and the point I wanted to make about this is I've done brand and marketing my whole life, and people a lot would always ask me, why does brand matter? And this is why it matters. You can make something for free and create the #1 project on OpenSea in the middle of a shit ass market because you put some thought around your brand and your strategy. That's all this is. There's nothing else to it. Um, and
Yeah.
that's the
Well,
power of brand, man.
it is the power of the brand. Okay, but I'm going to play a little devil's advocate
Give
with
it to
you.
me.
This is everything wrong that most people think the NFT space is. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's fine, but that's not
And not everything, not everything. Maybe that's missaid. But a lot of the main FUD that comes towards NFTs about like what is it at the end of the day. Now, I don't agree with that, but I'm saying this buys into that narrative very well. I don't agree with it because at the end of the day, listen, man, I don't care if it's a baseball card. I don't care if it's some other collectible. I don't care if it's a signature, an autograph, or if it's the Mona Lisa. At the end of the day, the market determines value. And if somebody's willing to pay that for it, then that is what that, whatever it is worth. And so that is like the ultimate indicator. And the bottom line is the market is speaking, right? And so, regardless of the fact, look, there's no surprise. It's not like they said there was going to be utility and there isn't. They said there was no utility. And so they're not hiding anything. And that's just the demand is there. As you said, the brand has built it to what it is. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In fact, I commend them for it. But I do think that kind of stuff is going to lead to, just like after Azuki, there's a lot of clones, who's going to be the next 800 people trying to do what Goblin Town has done,
right.
and it just wipe people's wallets. I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing. Do you
So,
see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
what you said makes sense. I'm a little confused as to how that is devil advocate to my fact that brand is what made this successful. All I'm
Oh,
saying is this is the power of brand.
and I'm saying that brand is not necessarily good for the NFT brand. It's good for the
100%,
Goblin brand.
100%. But that's kind of a different topic, is what I'm getting at. All
Fair
I'm
enough.
saying is I throughout my career, there's been so many people that say, I was like, why is branding a thing? Like that's, it shouldn't your product or whatever your service is speak for itself? And it's like, well, why can somebody box mother effing filtered water and call it water in a box and sell it for $8 a box?
True.
Because brand exists and people perceive services and products in different way according to how you present yourself. People thought this was interesting. People thought this was different and probably hadn't been done before. I think people loved that there was no Discord and grinding. People loved that it was just a Twitter, and people loved that they were upfront, literally saying that we're not going to rug you, but you're going to
Yeah.
spend money on something that you should have no expectations of this becoming any more than owning a Goblin NFT.
Yep.
And
It's
whether
tough. Yeah,
whether
it's tough to
people
trust
right, and now you've built a level of trust, and now here's the greatest thing, and we've talked to some founders that have been on this show, and we've actually had some feedback from some founders. By the way, I can't wait to get all these cool projects that we had on and talk to them again in a couple months. But there's actually been similar sentiment from founders that we've talked to that revealing too much too early is one of the worst things you can do, because the expectations in this space are so insane that
Yeah.
if you misstep just the slightest, you're cooked. And people just do not understand how real world works in business, and people want shit now, 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 now. So now
For
they
sure.
delivered on exactly what they said in a fun and a unique way. Anything else they do is gravy. And all that's going to do is just make this thing more and more valuable. So if they do actually create a business out of this thing, good on them. And now this does have the potential to be 10, 20, 30 ETH if they keep on delivering value.
I mean, I guess we're gonna see, right? Time will tell. Like I said, if it keeps, I mean, listen, if we could plot all these trends and know in the future, then we wouldn't have the problems would be solved, right? At the end of the day, like I said, I'm holding to. Um, I think it's a fantastic I love what they've done. I love that it's different. I love that they went in saying it's free, and by the way, there's no utility, so there's nothing to trick people with, right?
Right.
It's only a trust building exercise at that point. I like I said, I just think it is extremely volatile. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
This
for
this is
sure.
probably the most flammable project I've seen, and I just hope that there's not a spark that comes near it, because if it does, it's going to get dicey. But that's 100%, first Matt, second opinion.
And I would I would agree with Ash, and this is actually a good way to think about different types of projects. He says it's the blue chip of the degen plays. That's a great way to put it. Azuki's the
There you
blue chip of anime, right? Bored Apes the blue chip of NFTs because it was like the first one to blow up with big
go.
whales and crypto people buying in, right?
Yep.
Um, so that's actually a great way to say it. It's the blue chip degen NFT right now, and there will be one eventually that overtakes it. And there's going to be people that lose a ton of money on this. But it's what's cool about this whole thing. Whether this gives the NFT space a bad rap, I look at this. This is an amazing case study, an
For sure.
amazing research tool, and everybody in chat, like that's the stuff. um, if you can flip your perspective to be, man, let's break down what happened in Goblin Town and why it is the way it is, opposed to shit, man. It's 4.5 ETH. I could have minted it for free. I'm an idiot. I missed out. Like, no, take it for what it's worth, and know that probably the next 5 to 10 mints that are like this, you probably could make some money. They're definitely going to be worth nothing. But at least know that we now know building a story, a brand, being unique and different are all very feasible ways to success. And if you have that as part of your overall pie, you're moving in the right direction.
Yeah. I like Dubstep said they now created the free meta. And I think that's going to be a tough one for people to challenge, because like you said, they really fired on all cylinders. I mean, not only they stayed in character, I mean, the level of essentially execution that was brought forth here was, I mean, just unbelievable. I mean, it was flawless. So that's what you want to see. I don't know how you duplicate that, and I certainly don't know how you find what's going to do that next. But yeah, they nailed it. So that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Buy this NFT or I'll do it. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Can we get in trouble for this one?
Probably.
Let's get this off the screen. Thanks a lot, Ash, getting us kicked off Twitch or YouTube. Oh my gosh. Yeah, use burner wallets on free mints. Faux show. And if you want to go see dick pic NFTs, click on the link that Asher just sent.
There you go.
Okay, so the only other thing we really want to do is kind of go through a little
Yeah,
kind of
just some generic market stuff. I
some
mean, I think in
generic
general
market stuff for
they're
Coinbase had some good quick hitters, so we just wanted to run through those and just have a conversation around it. Obviously, if you all want to talk about anything, while I'm getting that up and changing the windows, though, Matt, why don't you lead us through a little wins and losses?
sure. I mean, like we try to always do when we have you guys in chat, just share. We're looking for any wins. Oh, Star, thanks for the sub. We appreciate it. Any wins, any
Star
losses,
girl.
any victories, any flips? Did anybody make a good play with Goblin Town? Um, any new information? Maybe some losses that you can share with us so we can all learn from that. What do we got? Anybody make any plays this last week? Love to hear from you all. Ooh. Asher says HAPE is above PXN.
That's a big win.
There
That's
you
a
go.
big win.
Mithy bought one Goblin Town in secondary market for 0.08, and Panic sold for a loss. Oh,
Oh
God.
no, that's a
God.
loss.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Mithy. That's tough. Yeah, that sounds like, you know what? Been there, done that. It's you know what? At least you didn't lose. You could have lost a lot more. So is what it is. Man, that hurts.
That does hurt.
Yeah, I'm doing the same, Star. We'll see. I'm hoping. Fingers are crossed. Come on, PXN. Come on back. What are they
Yeah, we
called? White boxes?
white boxes, man. We better
Come
get a good
on,
white
white
box, bro.
boxes. Come on, white boxes.
Bro, I'm gonna need to transfer that over to somebody that can pay attention to that because BF party. Does anyone have Phantom? Did anyone enter the Star or Ash? Did you enter the BF party white box giveaway, or do you know? I haven't had a chance to go into the Discord to figure out how that's working. Do you have any insight on that? Is it over? Did I miss it? Probably. Just a disaster.
All
Yeah,
right, so we
see?
got that. What
Ash,
do we got?
it's over. He missed it as well. Shite. Son
Uh,
of a bitch.
yeah, I'm with you, GD. The road back to 4 ETH. We'll get there. I believe in it.
Bro.
I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway. Speaking it.
What? What are you speaking?
Or says, oh, I'm just speaking that PXN is going to go. It's going back to 4 ETH
Mm-hmm.
and beyond. Saying
Mm-hmm.
it. Speaking it now. Stargirl missed. She was in nature.
Why in the hell is this
Yeah.
not working?
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
Trying to get this freaking email shit up.
I don't worry, but let's just talk about it. We don't have to have it up there. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, we
Yeah, I
can
mean,
we can just
just
do
text.
that.
No big deal. I mean, so look. Bottom line is a couple topics. I mean, um, interesting thing to follow is going to be allegedly. We'll see, because they've been saying it's going to happen for quite a while
For
now.
years.
But ETH 2, right, right, little two ETH 2 furious. Um, the merge is supposed to happen in August, and we're going to go from we're going to move from a proof of work to a proof of stake system, which should make it very similar to just simply significantly more efficient, right? That's the whole goal. I mean, the reason we like using things like Solar because it's just easier to use. You don't have all the garbage that comes with it. It's cleaner. We'll see. ETH2 is making promises that it will be that and more with significant upgrades. That's supposed to happen in August. But what does that mean? Well, I'm curious what you guys think. If ETH moves to something that's efficient as Sol, what does that mean for Solana? I don't know. I don't know what that's going to mean in terms of some of the hype around it. I mean, we kind of already called that last time on Market Update that was fading, and it would appear that has continued to fade. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, and in Coinbase's in Coinbase's um words, this is one of the most significant anticipated technological events in the history of crypto. So it's a big deal. And it's a big deal. And I don't know what you all think about that. I don't know. So this doesn't mean gas fees are going to go away. It actually doesn't mean there can't be higher gas fees. And then obviously Solana. The biggest thing it gets away is the unpredictable spikes of just like the other land situation where absurd amounts of money were lost in gas. That probably wouldn't have been as bad with the
And
new 2.0 Sitch.
and the processing power. And so you did a great job, Mike, of explaining how important brand is. Well, cryptocurrency in general as a brand is struggling because there's a whole generation of people who are upset about crypto because they believe that it is horrible for the environment. Now, that's a whole separate discussion about that, but the bottom line is from a media perspective, from a PR perspective, ETH2 helps combat that for sure because the processing power that's going to be required for this is, I mean, a fraction of what it was. So because it was pretty intense doing what the process now is just computer intensive, processor intensive. Just is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think um I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But I'm excited. I mean, that's another reason why people shit on Ethereum, but people are very slow to change when something's at the top, and if they can get
Yeah.
a huge update within, it's going to be really difficult to take it from the top. Other thing that they mentioned is just China as a whole is a massive population, and they are crypto freaking savvy and hungry. And because of the last summer, they really cracked down on mining in general. And they actually, cut it in half. But flash forward a year later, and they're already back at the top of the the mining resources for Bitcoin, and they're just super crazy about NFTs. I mean, Ash, and I talked about this too. Like when they became more lenient on NFTs, the whole anime trend started to happen, and there's just these microcosms in NFT as it is too. Us being US based, we kind of pay attention to like culturally relevant things to us, and if you can figure out what is popular in these massive parts of the world, you can benefit immensely from them. Uh,
And it also goes to the just the ingenuity, right? I mean, the bottom line is that it wasn't the people of China that wanted that, right? It was just the government basically put their thumb down and said no more mining. And what's interesting is that, what I think is so fascinating is that, the off-grid electricity sources, the fact that they're building hydro power plants using small dams to power crypto mining off the grid. I mean, that's next level stuff, right? And what that's doing for a lot of like it's talking about here, the Wall Street Journal just recently reported that Chinese citizens are using NFTs to circumvent censorship. Um, just goes to show you, like I said, when there's a will, there's a way, right?
yeah,
And that's, I think, what's really coming down to it. And you just named it. They're thirsty, man. They want this. And I think they're going to find a way to make it happen, which also helps me think that this is not going on. This is, yes, we're in a bear market, but this isn't going to last.
100%, man. I'm reading chat here. What up, Pink Mink? Selah said darkness. Smart floor about point 0.8. Thanks for sharing, Ash. Darkness? I don't
Should
know.
we check in on the floor of, how's the floor of Tia's Tacos doing?
Non-existent, bro. Where is Kook? Soul, where is Kook when you need Kook? Is
I
he
know,
still
right?
just being a lot of Tezos action? As long as there are no rollout issues, it will pop. What's with there being a validator? Validador.
What? What? He
He
says
says
big boy in space
big
on
boy
solar.
degen at this point.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, hey, here's the good news. I mean, from last week till now, right? There were some ups, some downs, some dips, but basically Bitcoin's like right around where it was. I mean, I know it's better. The 7 day, it's up almost 8%, so it's doing better. But I think from where it was, it's roughly the same. Um, ETH still, at least as of 5 minutes ago. Hold on, let me check. Still below 2,000.
How about Soul? Give me Soul.
Soul is at 45 right now. 45.
Ooh, we dipped below 40. We're going up. We're
Yeah.
going up in this world. Come
7-day average
on,
7-day
Solana.
average is down 7.62%. So still not what we want. But we're gonna give it some time. So, but the real winner play was fun little fact is, I really enjoyed buying in Polkadot when it was like 38. That's at $10 now, so that's awesome. Really excited about that.
Dude, polka dot for the win, baby.
Yeah, that was a big win. Just kidding. Uh,
I
I'm trying to think. Dude,
I love it. No, I
also
actually
fun,
go ahead.
fun little rally. I'm just gonna say this. This is like I feel like this is one of the most controversial tokens out there. Just saying, Cardano is making a little run. Just saying it.
What's
And
it
I've
at?
been laughing. I've been laughing at Cardano for like a year, but it's making a little run, dude. It's up almost 20%. It's at 62 cents.
Yeah, but I think I bought that shit at like $1.20.
Oh well, then it's not up for you. But you know, just saying, it's one of the
Guys.
few positive charts out there right now. So
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it what you can get.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see my dog. He's so happy to see me. Um, and then anybody else have any thoughts on their minds while we wait to see? Oh my gosh, my dog. Oh, dude, hold on. I gotta go wash my hand. My dog had poop on its hair near its beehole, and now it's on my finger.
Oh, thanks for that wonderful description. Oh, sea loss, ADA, LOL. Exactly. Isn't that, dude? Man. Uh, Asher, I am not endorsing ADA. I am just laughing because it gets ripped and torn up, and in this crazy market, somehow it's up 18.9%, and I just don't understand it. Ah, man. Don't worry though. Now that I've mentioned it, it'll go smashing down. It's always going to have a place in my heart though, because that was like so funny. Fun fact: Mikey was talking about crypto and how I needed to get involved, and my introduction was him saying, "Dude, you got to buy in on this awesome cryptocurrency called Cardano." And I was like, "Really, man?" And thank goodness I only threw like $100 at it, but I think it was around $1 at the time. Psh, man, talk about a roller coaster. Learned a lot since then. Is what it is. Is what it is.
Dude, I was
You
really excited to see my dog until he got shit all over my finger.
yeah, well, just saying.
What the fuck, dog?
I'm a
Ah,
little upset. You did have an opportunity at a really good smell my finger joke, but you missed it. Anyway, is what
dude,
it
I
is.
was looking at the straight doo doo butter on my ring finger, and I was like, I gotta get your shit off. Oh, bro,
Do butter.
doo doo
Oh,
butter, dude, you don't
oh
remember? Do you know what that is a reference to,
no, tell me, why do I remember? I remember, but
dude?
why?
Dude, it's from a Chappelle skit, and he parodies an R. Kelly song, and this is just when it came out that he had been like peeing and pooing on people.
Oh
And there's
no.
a scene where there's a guy on a stool, and he's got a bucket of what looks like poo, and it says R. Kelly's doo doo butter, and he's dumping it on this person. Oh my gosh, it's the dude. I laughed for days on that one. R. Kelly's poo poo butter.
Well, there you go, folks.
Oh
There
shit,
you go.
man! I lost it.
That's the
Well,
real alpha.
it's been a real shitty stream so far. Um, last couple numbers. I think these are fun, like interesting numbers. 8398. By the way, you know why number 8398 is relevant? Number 8398 is relevant because it's the BAYC that got stolen from Seth Mother effing Green. And we made a little fun video about that. We're gonna start making really quick hitter videos. We're gonna be doing YouTube reels. We had an awesome conversation with our team earlier today, and we're gonna do a whole content strategy. Expect daily uploads from Maddie and Mikey coming sooner than later. But we're just gonna do reactionary videos, and we did one on Seth Green and how my hair and beard are a little bit better than his, and what we just
Without question.
what we think, what happens when a celebrity gets rugged and scammed, and he says, I'm gonna find out who the hell did this and get my board ape. Yeah, because this guy is literally was trying to create a show around it, so he's got some vested interest and a lot of money behind him. So interesting
Yeah.
conversation. We're gonna start doing quick hitters like that. um
I mean, what do you all think? Do you think Dark Angel 84 negotiates with Seth? I mean, that's the real question, right?
that is
That's
a
who
real
has the
question.
NFT right now.
That is a real question. He be calling
Yeah,
Dr. Evil for sure.
yeah,
That is
exactly.
right. Of course, ironically enough, Darkwing is the name of the person who has it. Um,
Right.
but yeah, so keep out for that content. This is interesting too, and I think everybody should take their time to like look at this. But there's only, and I think this is fascinating actually. 50. There's only 50 digital asset bill Congress has introduced to date. Think about that. Out of all crypto history, there's only 50 bills that have been introduced on what to do, taxes, regulation, everything with crypto. It's about to get real wild. So I think just staying up to date with that is something interesting. Uh,
Well, and why? Why? Because the reason it's interesting is because from our standpoint, you got to look at taxation is going to be a big thing, right? There's a lot. Here's what happens, right? I don't think anybody cared for a while, and then all of a sudden they're realizing there are billions of dollars, maybe even trillions, that are just simply moving without them essentially getting their cut. And there's somebody's upset about that. And so between that and so what they do is what they're saying is it's these are bills for funding for blockchain technology research. That's a fun way of saying we want to learn more about this so we can tax it. But that's, it's certainly worth watching to kind of see where they go, and we'll see. We'll see. But keep
Absolutely.
your eye on it because that kind of stuff actually does really affect markets too, just as a general kind of standard.
Yeah, and then I will do this. They've launched, and I think it's just a what's tax? That's
Well
Ash.
said, Asher.
That's
Oh,
Ash's.
that just makes my heart happy.
That's Ash's response.
Oh man, that's good.
Oh, bro, I love you. I love you so
Yes,
much.
exactly. Right
This
to
link
power.
I'm gonna put in there, but they started this with like some influential people in this space, and they're going to start just adding research, which I think is always nice. They have an insights report every month that they're going to be doing now. My dog is now hopping up on the bed with his shitty butthole onto the comforter. Thank
Oh,
God
that's
that we got a new comforter. But yeah, check that check that link out, and disregard my dog's situation.
also now, and the last number they have here is they are claiming that 12% of U.S.
Oh
adults
yeah, I wanted to talk
are
about that
holding
one.
cryptocurrency in 2021. However, that's based on a survey that only surveyed 11,000 people that was done by the Federal Reserve. So, first of all, do we trust that number? What do you think, Mike? Federal Reserve asked 11,000 people, "Do you hold any cryptocurrency?" and 12% responded yes.
I mean, those
Do we trust that number?
surveys, those surveys are always dicey. I mean,
So let me ask,
are they giving you a subset for the whole U.S.? Is that what it
that's
is
what they're
for?
saying. That's what they're saying.
I
Yep,
mean,
they're
that's a
saying
solid
percentage of
amount.
US adults.
That's a solid amount of respondents, but not much. I don't think you. I think it's just too early to actually get a legit number.
Interesting. Now, I'm curious because chat, I'm curious to your answer to this. If you received a survey
How many
saying,
how many of those hold
"Do you
ADA?
hold crypto assets?" Would you answer yes?
Ooh, I see where you're going with this.
Because I can tell you right now, Matty Mintz is gonna be like, "Hell to the no, to the no,
So
to the no,
so
no, no,
Asher says,
hell to
"No,
the
I'm
no."
unemployed."
Exactly. I know Asher's answer,
Right, right.
right? Right?
No, I
See,
like
yep,
where you're going with this.
Dubstep's saying it too, right?
Yep.
So who's gonna answer the Federal Reserve truthfully? Yeah, we're all like, who's gonna be like, yes, let me tell you about the assets that I'm holding, right? And so I think we can all agree that's 12% of the people that were willing to say yes, right? And who knows, right? Because there's probably some person that took that survey. They're like, they don't even know what crypto is, right? They're like, I have a savings bond. Yes, you know what I mean, or something like that. But the bottom line is that I think when I read that number, I think that truthfully, there's probably way more people than we think that are really invested in this space. So that 12% actually gives me a lot of hope because I mean, not a single person so far in chat has says, "Yes, I would tell them that." Right? And we're the ones that are really involved in the space, which means most of us are not even in this survey. What are your thoughts? What
No,
are your thoughts?
100%. ATX Dubset says the Federal Reserve is not part of the government. I don't that's not what
It's just
he's
private. Yeah, it's
that's
just a
that's not
private.
what
It's just a
Matt's
private
getting
company.
at. Matt's getting at the fact that if you're on record saying, "Yes, you own crypto," then that is a documentation saying, hey everybody, I'm into the crypto game." And I think the point that Matt is saying is most people see a official survey from an official entity, they're going to say, "Hell nah, I don't own crypto." But I will say, and my boy, you're gonna maybe see him more in chat and in the Discord. His name's Moby, and he's actually the guy that got me into NFTs. And look at me now. He's the one that
Uh,
called me up and said, "Hey man, can you help me with this cool cat creative competition?" And he's what they call a blue chipper investor. Like, dude has made a lot of money on mutants and cool cats and all the blue chips out there. Um, and he went by the rule. He paid his taxes on. I think he sold his mutant for close to 30 ETH. And let's just say he had a large tax bill to pay. And his so and I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this, Matt. His mindset is he's a finance guy, really successful in traditional investing, been in NFTs for a while. He has all of the original Pixel Vault shit. He's got a meta hero. He's got meta hero universes. Like he's been in it. The only thing he doesn't really have is a board ape. Um, and there's already websites out there that will track your transactions on what's taxable and not. And so he is in the mindset that it's a matter of years, if not shorter, that they're going to be able to find this out. I might as well do my due diligence now. What are your thoughts, Manny?
well, listen, there's first of all, this is for entertainment purposes only. So I'm not telling anybody what to do, how to do their taxes, what to claim on your taxes, just so we're all clear. Now, that being said, for entertainment purposes only, uh, the complexity of tax law is such that you can get away with quite a bit. And at the end of the day, right, the burden in most cases is on you to show what your taxable income was. However, the interesting thing about crypto is that's very difficult to do. Now, you got ATX saying that, things like places like Coinbase will rat you out. Well, listen, technically right now Coinbase is very clear that they will not report any income or gains that you have made in crypto. However, the caveat to that is what they're really saying is we will not do that today,
Right.
right? They can change their terms of service at any time and then retroactively say, oh, well, sorry, the rules changed and now we can. So just be careful if you're going to be on an exchange that links to anything that's your information, just because they say they won't doesn't mean that they won't eventually. So I think your friend has a good point there, Mike. But but
100%.
when, but when it comes to some of the stuff where, and when I'm saying the gray area, like the NFTs, I mean, listen, is t- accountants and the tax law says, basically once a transaction's been done, right, it's taxable income.
Yep.
But like, what did you buy that with, and how does that move? Listen, at the end of the day, how do I say this? If I go over the speed limit, I am breaking the law, but I only get a ticket if a police officer records me doing so.
Mhm.
So, knowing that, how do you drive? How do we all drive, right? There is a level of risk there. And I would say that maybe there's some risk that's worth taking. That would just be my, for entertainment purposes only, that would be my take on it. And so, do what you feel like you need to do. And he felt like he needed to claim that. I think that there are probably smarter ways to claim certain assets, but
Yeah,
it
I'd
is what it
agree.
is.
I mean, yeah, and so you nailed it at the end there. That's what my buddy is saying. Listen, they can easily say, we're changing the law and we're retroactively going to look in the past 5 years and we are going to figure that shit out. And if that happens, you are food. But I think for entertainment purposes only, for instance, I deposited a large sum of into my bank account due to selling of said
Yeah, sold some
NFT,
assets.
sold some assets, helped pay for some personal things. I will absolutely be reporting that on my taxes, and I will do my due diligence to make sure that I pay the appropriate amount on the taxes.
Correct.
Um, and if you're not doing that, you are not very wise, in my opinion. So
No,
just
not that. You
you
are
are
at risk.
taking a big risk.
You're taking a risk,
You're
right?
taking a
And
risk.
that's in America, right? You got to follow your own country's
Yeah.
laws and rules and regulations, but at the end of the day, some risks are worth taking, right? And some aren't worth taking.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be in this space if we weren't willing to take some risks. So,
Damn straight.
got to play the game, You got to play the game.
Dude, prime example, sons of bitches are spending over $12,000 on this shit. I mean,
Exactly.
come on,
Exactly.
bro. Well, actually, it's not 12,000 because
So,
ETH is at 2. So over 10 grand on this shit. Like this is
absolutely.
that's just crazy to me, man.
What
Um,
I would advise is, if you do get yourself in a position where you've accumulated significant assets in the crypto space, you probably should, this is just my advice, you probably should retain the services of either I would say really honestly a good CPA or
yep.
accountant of some sorts that has a strong familiarity with cryptocurrency. Do get yourself in a position
Get
where you've
some
some
good
good advice as to how to move forward,
right.
because they can save you insane amounts of money when it comes to how to formulate and start accounts. And maybe you might be able to start an LLC for a couple $100, get a tax EIN number, start a business bank account, keep everything separate, and then move your assets into something like that. Again, this is all theoretical. I'm not a CPA, but you could do those type of things and have tremendous benefits, so you wouldn't be just taxed as if it was regular income. So these are all just thoughts there, but there are some people that are really smart at this stuff, and there's smart plays to be had. And I think that an example of that was, for example, Nate, when we had ACYC on, you know, he did that, got some excellent advice that saved him millions of dollars, and kept everything, above the board. So, for what it's worth.
Yeah, no. I totally agree. I think they're all valid points and things that you should be thinking about because it will change in the future. Faux show. And
100%.
the other layer that what as you were talking, by the way, We need to do a better job. People are chatting on YouTube, and I forget that
Oops.
we're streaming to YouTube now too. So like, we had some person, but I don't know. What's tough is, and just future advice as we grow into this YouTube thing. I know most people have different Gmails, but it's obviously difficult for us to translate. For instance, Stargirl's name on YouTube is Stargirl. That is very helpful. Most of your names in Twitch are not the same on YouTube. So if you're new, let us know. If you are, and I think most of you have, like when we had our YouTube stream last Friday, both of you were like, hey, it's Anthony's or whoever it may be. That is just helpful for us. And by the way, Dickens's is new from YouTube. Found us on YouTube. This YouTube thing's working, and we're not even doing much yet. That's fantastic.
Love it. Love it. I
So,
see you there, Asher.
see, Ash has the
Yeah,
same name on
I
YouTube.
love it.
That is
I love it.
very helpful. He's even
Yep.
got the same PFP. Um,
Dude, nailed it. He's branded.
dude,
Um, Speaking of, by the way, there's some good stuff in Twitch chat about some of the stuff I said with CPAs. All good advice. I recommend all of those things. And CLOS, I 100% agree. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Most CPAs right now are not well informed on crypto. Same with tax attorneys. Make sure you find one that is versed and feel free to ask a couple questions. Test them a little bit on how much knowledge they have. You'll be surprised. So do your own research, as always.
Buzz Monkey said,
Ugh.
"Was that Dickens cider?" I don't even know what that means, but it made me laugh. No, Dickens's is a new follower on YouTube. We appreciate you, bud. We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much. Appreciate that. That's awesome. All right.
Dude.
What else we got, man?
Well, Dickens's. You need to get a Twitch thing if you want to try to win this free NFT that we're about to give out. But no, one thing before we do that, I think we're good. We're gonna move on and give away an Antebellum
All right.
free Antebellum NFT. We never got to do that. Um, we had Antebellum on last week, the week before. I don't even remember at this point in time anymore. But we were able to he was giving us a free NFT to give away. We just didn't get around to it because we're having such a fascinating conversation. And we have since done that in Discord. We've been working on it behind the scenes with all the crazy things Ray has been doing and updating. Um, so yeah, I didn't want to give it away until I heard back from him, and he had been really busy too. But he got back to me yesterday and said, "Hey, go ahead, give that away." So we will run marbles for a free Antebellum land plot of land NFT, and the last thing I wanted to touch on is we are talking individually about taxes and NFTs. Now, think about businesses, right? Which is even a whole nother rack of things. So, like Maddie and I are creating a business in the NFT Web3 space. So that's a whole nother rack of implications you have to think of. And
For sure.
I actually had one of my wife's friends come visit. They were out here for a conference. She works for a tech startup, and people around the world, they can actually opt to get paid solely in crypto.
Yeah.
So then, that it's already happening. These tech forward facing companies are doing it and they're paying in crypto. So like, it's going to have to be figured out sooner than later. So another reason why you should be paying attention.
Yeah. But
Uh,
to be clear, because Bazoinks made a good point here, also in chat. Listen, until something is realized, it's theoretical, right? And so one of the biggest differences is that where it's going to count in terms of taxes is what Mike said before.
Go.
When you take your
It's okay.
money out and put
There's
it in
somebody
a
in here.
real bank account in your native currency, it matters at that point. Do you know what I'm saying? According in terms now, technically it matters before, but it's all in the wash. Like Zoinks, your point in terms of if it doesn't change the bracket and it's not liquid yet, and it's just kind of being moved
Dude.
around in terms of assets, uh, that's a real gray area right now, right? And so I think Mike's right. I think they want to maybe solidify that more, but right now it's a giant unknown. And I would say again, if you're willing to take some risk, do your own research, get advice, probably not going to hurt anything. But that's the way I take it. Really, until you liquidate it and put it in something that's attached to your actual name, address, routing number, bank accounts, things like that. At that point, it's probably a safe bet to say you should claim it. But other than that, it's technically in limbo.
Yep. And
So
someone asked, AT Doug said to get a tax professional on stream. I don't know about stream. I don't know how fascinating that'll be, but we absolutely will do a YouTube series on it. I think
yeah, I mean, it depends
it's
on the right
worth.
person. I mean, look at Howler.
Yeah, that's true
There's not
too.
many
I
industry
mean,
attorneys, and Howler was awesome. So, I mean, I think you just have to maybe if it's the right person. Put it this way: if you all know somebody that would be a fascinating, uh, competent CPA that's used to this space, let us know. Hook us up. Let's talk to him. But yeah, Mike's right. Might be better for a YouTube series.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're a very well spoken and excitable person. Could be great, but I got a feeling that's far and few between when it comes to hardcore tax people.
Yeah,
But that is a judgment. That is me passing judgment.
100%.
um,
And we see
so
we get a lot of agreement. Absolutely. Do your own research. Sneaky says, "Yep, once it's in your account, it's realized. Get it out. Make sure you claim it."
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. To be clear, I am just so working like somebody can go back and look at this stream. I am not saying don't pay your taxes. I am saying consult an expert and move at the pace you feel the most comfortable with. In case anyone asks. My name is also Jeff, in case anyone asks.
Yeah. Uh, okay, so let's do this. Let's give away. And since we had a holiday week, we don't have a video ready. Ray, remind me after I need to ping you and talk to you. We have a social strategy rolling out for the guest we have on Thursday, so we need to talk about that. But we'll talk about that after we do the giveaway. But let's do the giveaway for the Antebellum free land, and then we'll wrap up and call it a day and kick some ass on Thursday.
Fun fact, Mike, guess who is a CPA and specializes in tax and knows about crypto?
Who?
Cardonut.
Holy shit, Cardonut's coming on stream.
Just saying. Game
Dude,
changer.
what? Wait. But I am very boring. All right, so this is what we'll do, Cardonut. Cardonut, we're going to have a little VC with you. We're going to feel it out. And if you feel excited to come on, we would love to have you come on if we think it's going to be worthwhile. If not,
Dude, an
we would
OG.
love
Absolutely.
to do a YouTube series with you because we think that's really good information. Dude, this is exciting. This is what midlife's about. That right there is what midlife's about. We have a network of insane people that know so much. And if we just utilize our strengths, I am so excited that we're building an awesome online community. That's what I am really excited about. That's all. Oh, and
Nice.
Spazoinks and Anthony's, I think I might have seen you, had an awesome conversation. My boy, Titty Boy, called me up. Titty disappeared, but Titty's back. And he actually has a really interesting project that he's helping to, I don't know, not supervise, what I was like, consult on. Two guys that actually have had like really interesting, successful startups and work for TikTok, not TikTok early, Snapchat or TikTok early. Know a lot of online influencers, and they're starting their own NFT, and it's a banner NFTs. I know people have tried banners, and it's been a disaster. But these guys have some really interesting ideas, and I recommended Spazoinks and Anthony's and McPound Town because they're looking for some community engagement activities. And I was like, I got the perfect people that know how to do trivia. So boom, I'm going to hook you guys up with them probably tomorrow sometime. So looking for a new contact for you, y'all.
Hell yeah, I love it. I love it. Using the network. All right, man, let's give this thing away.
All right, let's give it away. Hey, while I'm loading this up, can you go to YouTube and give Dickens's our Twitch URL so he can enter the raffle since he found us on the old YouTubes?
Let me see what I can do here.
I don't know. Maybe does exclamation point play work on marbles? Probably not, because I think it's linked to Twitch. You would have to link it to YouTube too. I don't know if you can link both. That would be interesting if you could link both. I mean, it's been an eventful night, people.
Absolutely.
We even had some chill vibes about market updates. I got poop on my finger. Saw my dog for the first time in 4 days. I smelled dinner cooking up. I mean, damn, man, there's a lot happening.
There we do that.
Antebellum NFT up for grabs. Antebellum NFT up for grabs. Ding 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 ding.
All right, got the links. Good. All right, we're ready to go. We ready to go. Doing some marbles.
Yeah, so it is linked to. I wonder if I can add. I'll do that another time.
Well.
We'll see if we can add YouTube. Both. I got a feeling you can't do both. Anybody in chat know if you can link a Twitch and YouTube account at the same time to marbles? My guess is gonna be no. You can link via API or webhook, I think. Anthony's, talk to me, Goose. Shoot me a little DM.
And Asher, yes, I have seen that fan-made fight between Obi-Wan and Vader. If you're talking about the one where it's integrated into Star Wars: A New Hope, and they just basically edited it from there, so made that fight scene even better. If that's the one you're talking about, it's amazing.
All right, peeps. Exclamation point. Play. Exclamation point. Play. This is for a Antebellum NFT. Free NFT. Exclamation point. Play. Core team, anyone more than welcome to join because this is a one-off. We do not have anything extra, so whoever win is gonna win. Is gonna win the free NFT, baby. Exclamation point.
Free NFT, that's pretty legit.
Yeah, free NFT. I think it's at close to, I don't know. What is the Antebellum at? I mean, I think really dope concept. Making a PvE game is very tough, but he's got the backing from some cool peeps, and I think he has ambition. And listen, man, anyone that wakes up at 3 in the morning and then writes a 20-page business plan because they're so jazzed up is somebody you want to pay attention to. Let's see what the NFTs are at. 0.057, biatches. 0.057. All right. Oh, shit. The timer was at a minute. Sorry, peeps.
Oh.
Look, Dickenzas is in here, too. How about that?
Yeah, nice.
Congrats, Dickenzas, for getting over here. Spread the word. Spread the YouTube love. Spread the YouTube love with us. So excited you found us on YouTube. It's happening, folks. It is happening. Maddie and Mikey. YouTube Reels coming. Seth Green. Deep dives. What a rug deep dive is. Whole strategy content coming. And we're still going to bring badass projects and unfiltered, human-centered, awesome effing content during the stream. We're building something special here, folks. And we're off for the free Antebellum Genesis land. It's 0.057 right now, by the way, folks. That is what the Antebellum stuff currently stands at. Which, if this becomes a thing, ain't a bad buy. Dude, look at Stargirl's out in front.
Ooh.
Look at Stargirl out in front. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, this is short. This is short and sweet. But there is a 20% eat and delete. Dude, Stargirl is hitting all cylinders right now. Let's see if she can keep out the... Oh, she hit a little snag in the ziggly zoogly. Little snag in the ziggly zoogly. Let's see if someone else can Dickenza too deep. Oh, they're all getting caught up a little bit, but Too Deep's gaining some ground. Anybody else getting through the ziggly zoogly? If somebody can get to the outside of that, but Stargirl is still rocking and rolling. Let's see. Let's see what happens. You can easily get stuck right about there. Too Deep, Bongi, Spazoinks, Zenza, Anthony, Soul, Buzz. Oh, there goes somebody. Somebody fell off. Womp, womp, womp. Somebody fell off. Oh my gosh, it's become a race, folks. It's become a race. Stargirl still in the lead. Does she get zapped? She doesn't get zapped. Oh my God, she's on the edge. No. Does Stargirl do it? Does she do it? Does she do it? Here's the beginning of the... Oh no, Star. Oh, Too Deep, no. Star's down again. Too Deep, no. Dubstep. Congratulations.
Look at that.
Got Star at the end. That was a photo finish. Dude, Star got multiple chances there at the end. That was brutal. Dude, that's what they get you, man. It's this little ramp, man.
All of that. Just that little ramp.
That's what you get you. The little ramp. Stargirl's just crushing the entire time. Dude, Ash is still trying to get into the middle. It ain't happening. ATX Dubstep, congratulations. Put your stuff in the form if we don't have it yet. We love you all. You are the best. We have
great times, great conversations.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, man. This is so fun.
Oh my gosh.
I love this OG crew too. We can talk about anything. Good times. Good times.
Oh, it's fantastic. So, since I don't have since I don't have their we don't have a video, I'm going to bring up the Discord for the project that we're having on Thursday.
Okay.
It's going to be real nice. Awesome conversations with these guys. Uh, some local. Well, I can't talk about. So it's going to be a great conversation, but for very real reasons, they have not doxed themselves, and I don't think they will. But I had a amazing conversation with them, and they are for real, legit human beings that have heartbeats. Um, and I think they got a really interesting project. So I'm really excited for them to come on and
Sounds
chat.
good.
So hold
Buzz
on,
Monkey, have a good one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it, Buzz.
hold on, real quick. Let me get to this. Sorry, I should have brought this up a little bit earlier, but uh,
No, you're good. You are good.
there he is, Max. Max. I don't know why they're. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Hmm.
Yeah. So this is just some insane shite. Let me share my screen again. So Thursday we have a project called Citadel coming on, and one of our team members, the man, hooked us up with them. And again, another awesome way that we're just starting to really utilize the community and start working together. Like, the man was like, listen, dude, like, I talked to these guys. I'm a firm believer of the project. You should check them out. And I was like, yeah, dude, totally link me up. Let's have a conversation. So what's crazy about this? Uh, One, it's a free mint, which is really cool. Um, we're going to be able to give away some in-game currency if you are to mint. There might be a better chance to mint. I'm not sure if we're going to have guaranteed like pre-sale spots or not, but they're going to come on and talk about it. It's a play-to-earn game. They have different factions. You own these citadels, and the whole thing is teaming up to kind of hit up world domination. A lot of cool mechanics. Can't wait to have the conversation. But the most mind-blowing thing to me is look at this artwork. This is hand painted in Photoshop. This dude is doing, I don't know if they revealed the
Well,
number, but let's say
yeah.
it's north of 1,000 one of ones. Every piece of artwork is unique. He ripped 50 of these son of a bitches out in 2 hours. 50. How insane is that? Like, just look at, like, dude, look at that artwork. Like, it's absurd. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
It's so amazing, man. So I'm really excited to have a
Yeah.
conversation.
Beautiful artwork.
These guys have been associated with massive brands, massive companies, 1,000 plus unique. It might have been Anthony's that hooked me up with them, by the way, not the man, or either of those. Anthony's is chiming in, so it might have been Anthony's that hooked me up. Sorry, I know somebody did, but dude, amazing artwork. We're gonna have a great conversation. We'll
Yeah.
have some stuff to give away. Look out for the socials. We're going to be doing a Team Blitz social to promote the stream. That's going to come up in the next day or two. So, we're excited. We love you all. Any closing comments there, Maddie, before I shut this biatch down?
No, I already said it. Great stream. Love everybody that was here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Can't wait for Thursday. It's going to be great.
Awesome. Yep. And I'll follow that up with it was amazing to take a 4 or 5 day break, hang with the family, but I love my virtual family as well. I'm so glad
Hell
you
yeah.
all got to witness me getting doo-doo on my hand and going over Coinbase market updates and talking about goblins. And can't wait to see you back on Thursday with Citadel. Pay attention to Twitters. Please spread the word and follow us on YouTubes. We're trying to grow that YouTubes. And we will let you know when our new content strategy is coming out. Just pay attention to Discord, pay attention to the Twitters. We love you all. Midlife Crisis.